Hello people, this is Atomic Tofu here. Today I'm going to give you a quick simple review of Weijijang's M09 Commander Leader, originally titled Fire Scorpion. To our left, to his right, is MPP-10, Weijijang's overscaled MP-10. To his left, our right, is Weijijang's Commander Thunder Leader. Just to show you their scale. So he's the smallest, shortest. This guy's actually in the middle, and this guy's the biggest. It's kind of strange how they did that. They didn't keep it even at all. Everything's different. Now, I think this figure is actually worth the 110, 120 bucks that you could get him at. Even the unboxed or the non-boxed version, which is I think around $80 on Show Z store, that I think is worth it. I mean, just looking at MPP-10, not much in terms of detail. Quality though is right there. This guy over here, detail and quality abound. This guy here, detail abounds. Quality is hit and miss, of course, because I think they rushed it out, you know, in terms of manufacturing. But this guy's great. I wanted to show you his legs before I reassembled everything. So his legs, you can see his thighs are disassembled. There's one screw in each left behind. I wanted to show you how stable this guy actually is. So yes, as you can see from this figure, you know, blowing out his legs, all sport, you only have this outer calf and the ankle as supports. He's pretty stable. I think the problem was how they determined where to put the diecast. So his chest, his diecast. I believe all of his pelvic girdle is diecast. These little flaps here, diecast, diecast. I believe this portion is also die-cast. Back flaps are also butt flaps. Die-cast, die-cast. I think parts, yep, a little base of his feet is die-cast. Die-cast. Okay, I think if they left the base of the feet as die-cast and maybe, you know, the chest as die-cast, they would have been fine. But they ended up also doing the thighs as die-cast. Now, in and of themselves, I think die-cast on the thighs, it's fine. But look how thick this thing is. It's very substantial. So that weight on the front is going to pull the figure forward. Very substantial. I put on some coats, some clear coats, 3, 4, 5, I don't know how many coats I put on. But I used gloss. Maybe looking back, not use gloss. It doesn't really matter. The gloss makes it look good anyways. I also did the same for the front flaps. Then I ended up doing putting a coat of plasticine on here on the bottom of the front flaps so they don't scrape up, because these things are sharp. Their edges are very sharp. That's why it scrapes up the front of the thighs. So you can see here how deep this mechanism is for his thighs, his upper legs. They could have flattened this out, compressed the thighs, maybe fold it in down here. They could have done that, taken more time and fold this part in down here. They didn't. Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. Anyways, I'm going to reattach the thighs and be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, when I was preparing this figure, I took apart the thighs, right? Put on polyurethane. Then, after I was all done with that, I went and did, so, reverse that. Got it messed up there. So what I did was I put on clear gloss. Not the best choice. No, pick something else, not gloss. It actually looks pretty good though. And then after that, all that cleared, I put on polyurethane oil-based to the joints. So don't do like me. This is going to be a tip for you guys. Don't do like me and rush it. You know, don't spray this into the joints. Don't do that, because what will happen is you might get some kind of paint thinning. You'll notice on the back here that thinned out the white paint, made it pink. I may or may not paint that. I'm not sure. It looks good either way because of the weathering, a little bit of battle damage. Anyways, what I did do was, and I should have stuck with this from the very beginning, is I sprayed the polyurethane in here, and then I went in and squeezed in to all of the joints. I did that to his shoulders, to his fingers, and I believe I did that to his side hips. So you can see there, it stays pretty good. All right. So before, his fingers were actually pretty floppy or loose, and when I did that, I noticed, like, so I looked at his fingers. I noticed that his fingers are quite loose. Why is that? And to me, I figured out that what I thought was going on was they did that so that he could have full articulation. He wraps his fingers around this barrel quite organically, you know, very, very realistic. So I'll show you here. He wraps his fingers. He has his finger on the trigger. Let's put this in here. See if I can do it on camera. Put a peg in the side. Peg in. Mofo. Peg in. Let's see if I can do it. There you go. So it's pegged in, right? And you'll see his fingers line up realistically. He holds his gun as he should. Trigger. And there. So I get these panels back. It's pretty stiff. All right. Okay. So figure as it is, very, very highly detailed figure. You'll see that some of the white areas, like this right here, you'll notice some weird things. There's no weathering in here. There is weathering there. And I've noticed on some people's figures on the back side, you'll have one side weathered, one side not. Right? Good thing on my figure that both sides seem equally weathered. Okay. But like I said, if this wasn't for the heavy knees, the very front heavy knees that pulls them forward, it would be a very stable figure. Ab crunch, upper arm swivel, I believe. I think, right? I think I got it stuck. Oh, there it is, right? I think I put too much polyurethane on this side. Oh, there it goes. I unstuck it. Unstuck it. Nice. Okay. So let's see if I need to go back and put on some more polyurethane for his forward moving ratchet joints. Oh, forward moving friction joints. Shoulders now, I gotta put on some more. A little loose, a little weak, a little flappy. Very flappy. You see the head sculpt though. It's great. Some people didn't like it, but I love it. It's got a great head sculpt. Great head sculpt. Great overall detail for everything. Of course, some people didn't like that the back panel, the scapula area, thoracic. Yeah, let's go with scapula. It didn't click in. One would think that this would click in, but no, it's just a solid piece back there. There's no tabs. But he squares up. It's not that he just holds on or just folds up. He squares up. He squares up. This piece here is a gray plastic that's painted red. That's why it's a little glossier than the other parts. To the sides. So, like I said, be careful with your polyurethane. Try to use this. So I was spraying haphazardly. Actually, this was caused by the clear coat. So what I did was I put newspaper underneath these two flaps, and then I just dressed it over. I didn't use any kind of masking tape or whatever. Some of it sprayed up onto here. This is blue painted gray. A little bit of the blue, if you can tell there. Came down. I guess it's fine. Weathering, battle damage. It's fine, I guess. Right? But on my figure, you can see the fingers no longer loose. No longer floppy, flippy, flappy. Alright. This is a great figure. Light, function, where is that button at? Let's see if I can find it. On the gun. Probably cannot because it's on the bottom. Yeah, it's on the bottom. Right. Let's see if I can do that anyways. Oh, I'm gonna break the fingers. Oh, there it is. Nice. I turned it on without it. Alright. The red amber light. Let's turn that sucker on. Reposition the gun. Alright. Eyes do light up with the back of the head here. Switch. Nice blue. This figure's great looking. Details throughout. He's got the best details of all of the Bumblebee Primes. Nice deep details. Nice and deep. Bump the camera a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why they chose to make so much of a die cast when it did not need to be. This doesn't need to be, but it is. Yeah, makes it heavy. Yeah. He's got the best legs out of all of them. No leg days skipped at all. This Prime does not skip leg day. Let's get this pegged back into the back. There you go. Peg it in, peg it in. Ooh, drop the gun. Nice. Let's see if I can. Yep, I didn't do that properly for the front. Let's do that for the back. Peg it in. Peg it in. Then drop the front. There you go. Nice. Right. Let's discard the gun for now. And go with the other accessories. I'm gonna turn this off. Alright, turned it off. Okay. Nice large axe. Very well done. This is the one that I like. Gun mount, tripod, what have you, whatever you want to say. Store his gun next to him. If I can get it apart, there you go on the bottom. This is my first time not looking at the manuals at all. I don't dig the manuals because, you know, I'm kind of lazy. Alright. Propped up. Look at that. Then I think people bend this back. Is that what they do? Bend that back? That's gonna snap off, man. It's gonna snap off. Yeah, alright, so leave it as that. Yeah, it stays there. Bend that. See if I can bend it without snapping off on camera. Oh, that's tight. That's tight. Oh, there he goes. There you go. Dang, that is tight. And there you go. Camera prop off to the side. Okay, so let's go ahead and back him up to his cousins, his brethren, actually, if you can say that. Look at that. Let's see how they line up. Let's move them without moving the camera. There you go. Yep. Black Apple Prime. M09. MPP10. Smallest, mid, tallest, brightest red, right in the middle. This is like a Goldilocks Prime, I guess you could say. But yeah, this is a great figure. I don't have any regrets buying this figure at all. Zero. One thing, so I didn't transform this figure yet into any kind of vehicle mode. Just messing around with the figure as the anthropomorphic toy version. So one thing I did notice, I'm guessing you can have some play in this if you want to. The chest, pec windows, whatever you can say. So they'll come out. It's on a double hinge, so it comes out, right? Comes out. So if you wanted to give him a big gap in his chest, you can have like that, right? Big gap, right? Slight angle. Right? You can angle it out some more if you want to. Up to you, right? But you could also do this. Squeeze that thing tight. Look at that. Nice and tight. You could do that. This guy's awesome. Awesome figure for what you get. Box there. A little circular sticker that you see. It's pasted over the boxes now. Right there. A little circular sticker. Oh, look at that. A fake piece of tofu for me. Don't forget, you got the straight stacks if you want. Now that's a thing. Oh, so after the clear coats I put on, polyurethane, plastidip on the bottom of the skirts. I also went and put on a layer of graphene to the thighs just in case, because, you know, if I didn't put on the plastidip for these hip skirts, I would probably still need it, because that junk is sharp, man. That is sharp stuff. But with that layer of plastidip on the bottom, it makes it a little more smooth, more forgiving, I'd imagine, I'd hope. This figure is awesome. But like I said, if it wasn't for the extremely heavy front of the thighs, and then coupled with the chest being metal, die cast, I doubt this figure would have any kind of trouble standing. He's pretty solid. So I put on some of that stuff. It is still heavy, right? There you go. Like that. There. Those are great. Ankles have no issues, I believe. There's not going to be any issues with these ankles holding up over time. So I'll probably do a transformation video separately. Maybe, because I work a lot and I'm a little lazy. And this is my first review, TF review. So take it as you will. Alright, peace. Later, bye.